Hi everybody, welcome back to Retro Car Dogs. Yes, back on the E28 today. So what we're doing today, and you've probably seen that, you can see the BM in the background. I'm going to be looking at the engine running issues. So I am as useless as you can imagine. I cannot even put a plug on a kettle. Me and electronics of any sort, we just don't even, and in all my how many years I still am useless with electronics. So Google, YouTube, and all those things that we have been researching. So trying to understand the M30B35 or the 535i engine and its running and how it should and shouldn't run. So what we found with this car when we drove it back is it misses and it backfires and it doesn't want to start, and then it does start and all the rest of it. So we went through a few things which I'll walk you through now, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to try and have a go at. And if you're a mechanic and you're a BM mechanic or you're a decent mechanic, you're just going to laugh, and we can live with that. We're big and ugly enough to be able to take the criticism, but if you know I'm doing something wrong, remember what I've asked you to do. Drop us something in the inbox, tell us that we're making fools of ourselves and we don't know what we're doing. But we're going to have a go at it, because how much worse can it be? If we don't try, you don't know. So no fear, we're going to have a go at it and see what happens. So stick around and let's have a look, and I'll walk you through what I have done, what I think the problems could be, and tell you what I have already sort of worked out, and we'll then have a go at it and see if it makes a difference. So stick around for this. Okay, as I was saying, this being the 3.56 in here, not the original 2.8, it would have had a distributor there, and it would have had a different setup there. It would have been carburetors. This is obviously a fuel injection, and it's electronic. So what I did was, because of the intermittent running problems, I removed all the spark plugs. Okay, you can see I'm shining a light down there. So I removed all the spark plugs and all the spark plug leads. Put these spark plugs in the end of the leads. So took out the lead, took out the spark plug, plugged the spark plug back into the lead, laid on a metal surface, fired the engine to test if sparks. So after I'd cleaned the spark plugs, which all look pretty decent by the way, not old, a little oiled up, but that you could smell that's over-fueling, because this seems to be over-fueling and etc. As we fired them, we did the test one by one throughout all six. Every single one had spark, but it was intermittent, and then it would be spark or wouldn't be spark. That sort of confused me, because I know the spark plugs are okay, and the spark plug leads, we tested them, they seem okay. So I then didn't know what's cutting, and I decided, let me research and find out more. So best that I can work out, if those things are okay, it is the crankshaft sensor, which sits, wait, let me get the phone around here. Can you see, there is the crankshaft sensor there. Okay, that has got to run off that, I think there's a crankshaft gear, okay, on the front of the engine, and that, depending on its positioning, etc., will obviously make the timing and the engine run smoother, not overfueling or underfueling, and that sort of thing. So I decided I would research that, find out how it works. Okay, I still don't exactly know how it works 100%, but I've got a rough idea. So what I'm going to do is prepare everything, get underneath there, have a look, and try and explain to you what I have learned via the Google and YouTube, etc. And I'm hoping that it's going to be okay. So let's get down there, let's have a look, and I'll try and shine a light on the subject for you guys so you can also see what I'm going to try and do. Hopefully you can learn something from this, or you can tell me I'm dumb and I need to learn something, and you can pass on the information. Yep, let's hang around, let's see what happens. Okay, so I am underneath the car. This is the crank sensor. Okay, one or two things could happen here. If this is faulty, it's going to cause the problem with the overfueling, the struggling to start, cutting out when you drive, and things like that. Okay, so That is what the crank sensor is. Now, what I'm told, or what I see on the internet, okay, and what's causing, I think, and I'm hoping the problem is on this one, and I'm not sure if you're going to see it, but anyway, is that the space or the gap that is between this tooth gear and that should be no more than 1 millimeter or 0.4 millimeters, or i.e. they refer it to as a credit card thickness. So I've got my Checkers card here, which is about a credit card thickness, and I'm going to do the test now and see how much it is. And oh yeah, okay, it is quite considerably, I don't know if you can see, it's quite considerably about twice a credit card. So it's about maybe 2-3 millimeters too far away. So what I'm going to try and do is, and this is, they refer to this, sorry, as an air gap. So what I'm presuming is that if I look at this, this looks like homemade. Yeah, this nut setup here is looking homemade. So what I'm going to do is strip this out, remove that there, and try and move this unit closer to this gear to see if that improves things, and then put a battery in it and see when we start it if that's going to work. So let's see if that's going to work. Otherwise, the alternative is replace the unit itself. It's faulty. So let's have a go. Stick around for this one, and don't forget to subscribe, share and like, and pass comments. Bye for now. Okay, so here we go. I have got a star screwdriver, and I think that is a 10 lock-in nut in there. So let's have a look and see. Yeah, am I going to have space to get in there? I'm going to have to move this light of mine that I've put here so you guys can see what's going. Let's just move it out the way. Hopefully you can still see what I'm doing. Let's see if we can get in there. Okay, yeah, I can get in there. Okay, alright, so that's not going to happen like that. I'm going to have to get a spanner in there. Yeah, I think it's a 10. Let's get in there. And I'm wrong. It is a 12. Okay, luckily I brought one with me. Let's see. Yeah, I'm right. It is a 12. Oh, no, I'm wrong. It's not a 12. It's going to be, maybe it's a 10 or maybe it's an 11. I don't know. Nope, it's going to be the bugger. It's going to be an 11. Okay, so 11 in hand. Let's, yep, it's an 11. Okay, all right. Got it. All right, let's see. Which way am I going? Am I taking it out? So that might just be just too much. I don't know if you guys can see what's going on here. Let's use the other hand. I've got to, looks like, turn it all the way out. Yeah, there we are. Turn it all the way out. I'm going to have to change the setup here. Put a spring washer in there with a flatter kind of nut, but that's obviously, okay, that's doing nothing. So I'm going to still have to hold it with the screwdriver. Okay, you might not be able to see past my hands. Let's get a screwdriver in there. Let's see. Ah, there we go. Okay, there we go. Got it to come loose. It doesn't look like the unit itself is in bad condition, but we need it to get to sit closer. So I'll take it off completely. It should be finger. Yeah. Let's have a look and see. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it's finger loose. Let's take it out and see what's going on. I don't even understand this. It's a lock nut's in there, but the lock nut is not the size of this stupid screw, because this should be a little decent nut and whole setup here, but it's like a little coach bolt kind of screw, which has really got me a bit amused. But let's take it out and see what's going on. Okay. Oh, that's definitely not right. That's just, I mean, seriously, that's a threaded bolt. So if you can see here, I've got this in, okay, the little block nut in there, but this here is like a coach kind of veranda bolt that you put in wood or a piece of tin, and the actual unit itself, the mounting or the bracket up here, which I don't know if you can see, let's try and pick up the phone, up there, hopefully you can see and it hasn't blurred, okay, is a threaded bolt and nut with spaces, I should imagine. Okay, let's have a look at that and see what we can do. Try and find, sorry, let me get the light out of my face here. Try and find, get the phone out here. Try and find the correct nut, the bolt that'll go in there, and nut, and then space it so that we can get the space in between the distance of the crank sensor to the crank pulley, I presume is what you would call it. I think they've probably got another name. So let's have a look, play around with that and see what we come up with. So get the camera around the right way. I've had to refer back to the trusty drum of nuts and bolts, because the actual bolt that goes through that crank sensor that was in there was, I don't know, some garden variety. So it's an actual nut bolt that will go in there. So I've got some candidates here, which we're going to go and have a look and see which one fits. And then, of course, it's going to be if we can get the thread to match. But the diameter is important. I don't have a vernier gauge, and you guys are probably going, well, how can you work on a car without a vernier gauge? Oh, well. Yeah, that's Retro Car Dogs Mechanics 101, useful tips. Don't follow our advice. It's dangerous. But we're going to go and have a look and see if any of these fit or work, and get it in. Then we'll have to try and shim it and get the gap in right. Stick around. Okay, so let's try contestant number 1. First, personally, I think it's too small. Oh, wait a minute. No, come on. You're joking. No. It fits, okay. Oh, I'm impressed. It fits. Okay, all right, that's contestant number 1. Not ideal, because it's got a little bit of play, a little bit of wobble in the thread, so which tells me it's not quite the right thread, or it's a little diameter is a little bit out. Let's take it out, and it's also, if you can see, it's got a very thin little head. So okay, well, that's pretty encouraging. Well, let's try contestant number 2, see how that goes. Again, I'm guessing on thread, so we've got to be careful we don't hurt the thread. Oh baby, by finger that is going in. However, it's now tightening up on me, which could be dirty thread, I don't know. Good question. Well, might not be the right thread. Let's not force it. Let's try contestant number 3, which is an Allen key. So if the thread is good, I'm quite happy with an Allen key. Nah, it's already fighting me. Thread's not right. Yeah, no. Okay, that one's out. That contestant don't win. So there's those 2. Okay. This is also an Allen key. I don't know if this is going to be maybe the right thread. Oh boy, it's the right thread. It's the right thread. I can live with that. So I can live with that. Even though it's an Allen key, I can live with it. Because I can put a spring, split spring washer on it to lock it, and we can set it. Oh yeah, no, I can live with that. That's definitely the top candidate so far. It's nice and tight in the thread, but not too tight. The other one was too jiggly, too wobbly. And I can live with that if I put the right washer on it, and it won't come loose. Might have to just cut it, it'll be a bit long, but we can establish that. Okay, that's the best candidate so far. You can see the end of it is a, yeah, there we go. Okay, well, that's not bad. Okay, that's encouraging. I can think that would be ideal, this one, because it's got a obviously a head on it, but I think the thread is out. I think it's too big. Oh, this is far too big somehow. Yeah, no, that's too big. Okay, cancel that one. Okay, so my option is this one, which I prefer because the others are a little what did I say about this one? This is nice, but what's my problem with it? Oh, this is probably maybe even more suitable. I think what I need to do is just clean the thread up, because the thread is dirty. So, because this is out of my rusty nuts and bolts. Well, rusty nuts and bolts, old nuts and bolts that I always have lying around. Oh, let's have a look and see. It seems to be accepting the thread without hurting it. I wonder if I shouldn't, yeah, maybe what I should do is just give the thread a clean and then try and put it back in again and see if it works. Stick around. I've found some candidates, which is, oh, you might be able to see it. Put on a little washer and a split washer, and this, I cleaned up the threads, fits like a bomb. So now what I've got to do is space this thing correctly and put it on. Don't know how successful that's going to be, so let's have a look and see if we can succeed with that. Okay, so that there works. Okay, so now I need to see how much I need. We put one of those. Okay, one of those. Oh, another one. Okay, and let's see. So it's a trial and error. I have to now screw it in and see if sorry, you might not see past my hands at this stage, but there we are. Let's see if that's too close. I don't know. Yeah, that's sitting right against. It's got to come away, so I'm going to have to give it a little washer or something. Okay, that's fine. So that's going to be trial and error. So let's see. Get in there. Up. Okay, so I'm going to slip in a little washer there. Let's see what's going to be the best. I know there's probably, when you buy the kit or something, there's probably a better way to do this. If you know what it is, tell me. I'll be grateful to know. But this is at the moment trial and error, because I don't have the testing equipment to test if the actual crank sensor itself is faulty. I don't have the test equipment. I know there's guys that have equipment that you can test it, but I don't have that equipment. So let's see. So if I'm doing that, too far away. Okay, too far away. So I need to take out. Let's have a look and see. Play around. Oh, okay. That was in the face. Okay, there. Let's take that out. Let's have a look. That's more or less the same thickness. Where did the other? Okay, there's a washer and there's a washer there. Okay. Oh, I'm talking to myself here by the sound of it. Okay, let's have a look. Let's see. Come, where are you? Let's get you there and see now. Okay, let's try that and see if we've got the spacing correct. Oh, that looks like it's touching. Am I right? I need to get a light and have a look. Yeah, that's going to be touching. So I need to put in another. That's going to touch. Okay, all right. Need to space it more. I think guys can basically see up there that. Let's have a look and see. Light. If you can see there, it's going to touch over here. So I need to get it back a little bit. Let's take that out and try again. Put a trial and error here. Okay. So we'll keep you updated and let you know how we progress. Okay, after many attempts to try and space it, I have managed to space it. I just need to tighten it up, and I just managed to get the credit card, or if you want to call it this, just squeezed it in, and that's about 1 mil thick. So it's maybe just a little less because I had to push it in quite hard, and maybe just a little less than 1 mil. So what I'm going to do now is just check that it's tight, and then we're going to put a battery in and try and start it and see if it's made a difference from opposed to where it was at about 4 mils away. Let's see what happens. Okay, so I think I've got the crank sensor right. We're going to go for start now. Battery's in. Hopefully she'll start. If not, crank sensor could be faulty. This whole sums. Cameraman's going to record. Remember, if you like it, subscribe, share, tell everybody. Let's go for start.